So, here's my book, Break, Poems on Mental Illness. I'm just going to recite a poem from the book, whatever, unscripted. Just going to recite it. First time in a psychiatric unit. The Lion sits at the pseudo-god's feet as he sits behind a reinforced window ready to hand out medications. My insides begin breaking rapture with a primal scream only I can hear. Fear is the casket which lies within. I sit idly scratching the barcode strapped around my wrist. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. The only three things to look forward to when you're on hold in a psychiatric unit. Back to the line. We stand orderly as twin towers waiting to swallow our next round of medication. I learned that the blue pills give you the best high, whereas the white pills make you itch. Medication is different for everyone, and I was learning the best mix for me. Fear is the casket which lies within. The alphabet on the calendar sitting on the wall seems to scream at me, yelling, "Get out of here when you can, while you can." I look away from it and continue pacing around the 30 by 30 common room. Another inpatient is rattling his head off about the government being after him. He literally yells all day for hours about the same thing. In any other setting, he'd be terrifying. He'd be looked at as something less. Cat. In here he was safe. In here he had a name. Fear is the casket which lies within. To the line again. One of the patients I hadn't caught the name of suddenly punches the wall and demands. He demands that he talk to his lawyer. He then runs to his 10 by 10 room equipped with metal door and begins flipping over his mattress. If there was a Jesus on this tiny secluded island of sterile floors and reinforced steel, it would be him. He then continues to berate the orderlies while kicking the wall next to my room. The orderlies act fast and scream to one another. Grab the injectable. We need him settled down. Lockdown means how it sounds. It means you cannot leave. What they really don't tell you is you can't really stay either. It takes a certain amount of dissociation to be able to live under the tight, freezing cold conditions. Fear is the casket which lies within. I guess why those who don't know and those who think they know but don't really know look at us as crazy, not because we're weak or dangerous, though some of us are, but because they can see us deal with what they consider insurmountable odds and rise from our inner caskets like a sort of Lazarus who eats and waits in line just to pass the time. Thank you. Basically, my philosophy on poetry is that poetry is a vehicle of emotion between you and your reader, and it's up to you, the poet, to make that vehicle a crashing car.